All right, you've seen it, you've spent time on it. Your teachers told you probably not to use it for research, but if you're like me, you did it anyway. Wikipedia offers everything from sources for in-depth topics to hours worth of rabbit holes on your favorite Pokemon or historical figure. And now we welcome the guy in who co-created the thing. Oh my goodness. In studio, we have Wikipedia co-founder Jimmy Wales. Jimmy, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, good to be here.
All right, so big news is you're in town promoting your new book. Tell us about the book. It's called The 7 Rules of Trust for a Blueprint for Building Things That Last. What was the impetus for this?
Yeah, great. Well, you know, if you look at the Edelman Trust Barometer survey, which is a survey that's done in many, many countries in the world, in the last 25 years, we've seen this huge drop in trust. Trust in journalism, trust in politics, trust in all kinds of institutions. Meanwhile, Wikipedia has gone from being considered kind of a joke to one of the few things that people trust, even though it isn't perfect, and there are things that we need to work on always. And so I learned a lot of lessons, you know, how to get a community of volunteers to trust each other enough to start building an encyclopedia, and felt like some of these lessons might be useful.
Can you give us an anecdote of one of your lessons? Like, what was the way that you got folks to take Wikipedia more seriously?
Yeah, so I think probably one of the most important rules of trust is to have a clear and good purpose. And so for Wikipedia, you know, we've avoided a lot of the problems of social media by saying, you know, we're not a wide open free speech zone, we're a project to build an encyclopedia. And so we have a lot of rules around no personal attacks, and you need quality sourcing, and you need to be neutral. And all of those things helped to build trust in the community, but also build trust with the readers.
And you had a town hall on Thursday at the WIMCO, is that right? Yes. And then you were speaking to us Seattleites in the crowd. What was the pulse? Like, how was this information received? Oh,
it was great. You know, people do love Wikipedia. They've got a lot of questions about it. You know, it sometimes seems kind of magical. I mean, particularly if you go to something kind of obscure and you dig in and you go down a rabbit hole and you're like, wow, who wrote all this? They're amazing, you know? And that's part of the beauty of Wikipedia, really.
Okay, well, pull back the curtain for us a little bit. Who is writing this? Who's doing the research?
So a bunch of nerds, like people who are just super interested in whatever. You know, I've come here. My mom lives in Seattle now and has become a Mariners fan. So the other day I was digging in, and I don't know who wrote the pages and pages of history of the Mariners, but probably somebody who's just really into it, and probably met other people who are really into it, and they're like, oh yeah, let's work together and let's talk about, you know, the early days of the team and all of that. So it's an amazing bunch of people.
Oh yeah, it is a fun callback. And here's a question for you. Are you familiar with Humpy?
I am not.
Oh, well, you might need to look him up and see if he can get his own Wikipedia page. He's like the Mariners' new mascot now.
The Mariners' new mascot.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Well, there might be a page already.
Oh, there we go.
Come on, Seattle. You got some writing to do.
Yeah. So you've done the Mariners Wikipedia wormhole. You know, I know right now there is some talk that there's another source out there that Elon Musk has created. He's saying that your site has left-wing bias. What's your response to the Grokipedia? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, well, he's using AI, large language model, to create a big encyclopedia, but we know that AI isn't really good enough now. It has hallucinations, it makes things up, it gets a lot of things wrong. So I'm a little bit skeptical, but I haven't looked at it. Certainly, to the extent that he says we have left-wing bias, I don't think that's really true, although in some cases I think we could work harder.
Right on. Okay. Well, how do you cipher through all the material that's coming in to fact and fiction, right?
Well, I mean, you know, it's a large community, and the way the system works is there are people who are monitoring everything as it comes in, and people have watch lists to watch the pages that they're interested in, and you know, there's a lot of discussion and debate around controversial topics and difficult pages, but the bulk of the work in Wikipedia isn't about those topics. It's really about, you know, obscure things in history and sports and who knows what else. So it's a big community.
Is there any Wikipedia rabbit hole you suggest the folks at home go into that you've had fun in beyond the Mariners?
I mean, the funny thing is I fly a lot.
Okay.
I travel a lot, and I'm not a fearful flyer, but for some reason I've gotten obsessed with the history of plane crashes. Somehow it actually makes me calmer about flying, because every time there's a plane crash, there's a lot of work to figure out what happened and make flying even safer. So I don't know, that's just me, but I think everybody has something they might get get into.
Well, we were talking about the Boeing door plug whole situation earlier,
Oh, yeah.
so maybe that's the time to read it. Okay, so another question I think people have is, like, if you're on the website in recent years and it says, like, hey, we would like a donation. What is that about? Is this real? Is this a scam? Explain.
No, that's real. So we're a charity. So Wikipedia is a nonprofit organization. I'm not even an employee. I have my role, but I'm a volunteer like everybody else, and I make my money in other ways, and writing book in the current case. And you know, it goes to cover the servers and the programmers and, you know, all the costs associated with that website, but also supporting our local communities around the world, working with libraries, galleries, archives, museums. You know, I mean, we have a small budget compared to the size of the website, but yeah, it works well, and it's actually really important to us that the money that funds Wikipedia is from the small donors. So we aren't funded by governments, we aren't funded by any sort of, you know, it's not like one big billionaire is making decisions, Grokpedia, about what things are going to be like. It really is this open system.
Well, thank you for educating us and making us more curious. I appreciate you being here. Co-creator Jimmy Wales of Wikipedia joining us. So we got a little bit more information for you. If you want to get your hands on his first ever book, it's out now, The 7 Rules of Trust, a blueprint for building things that last. And it's available anywhere you buy books.